Ladies and gentlemen, you join me for FRL Round 11 at the United States Grand Prix. This is for the F1 Racing League that is hosted every Friday nights at 6:30 PM for Tier 2 and 7 o'clock time, UK time for Tier 1. This is Tier 2, as you can tell from the title, and we are at the United States Circuit of the Americas. Recently joined the calendar. It's one of the newest ones. Just waiting for the drivers to load in and get set. It's going to be an interesting one, this race. Obviously you've got the big uphill turn one, very tight hairpin-esque style corner. Great to see some lunges up there. We've got the windy sections coming down the hill as well. Only one line through there, not a great overtaking spot, but we will be sure to hopefully see some moves coming into sector 3, where we've got lots of back and forth, big straight ready for the drivers to open their DRS and fly down the track. As we see, I believe that was one of the Williams leaving the pits ready for their lap. We've got the Red Bulls coming out. There's Real TDM 123, Lil Des, as he's known in Discord. Not too successful a campaign, but a few incidents here and there. But other than that, he's a fair racer. As he comes through the S's now. Get this menu sorted out dead quick. We'll go over to Alpha Wolf and the Renault, as we already have a yellow flag in sector 1. As Great Gamer has pulled off to the side. Let's see if we can find him. Retired, apparently. Wonder what that was down to. Interesting to see him retire so early, but see if we can get this sorted out here now. Get to the fast, yeah, let's get that. There we go. Yellow flag's clear. The car has been taken out safely by the marshals, as we see Riker in the Scarlet Italian team's Ferrari. Obviously not too successful a car, but Riker seems to be making it work for him in this league, coming down the back straight. Got a big line of cars though, coming all the way down. It's going to have to be some spacing out here, as we see the Williams of CM Gozen, or Sem Gozen, whatever you want to say. Going through the field then, we have Alpha Wolves, Riker, Jason in the Haas, ALR Oliver, we're grateful he can make it, Christoph Ferrick, who has been a long-standing member of the community, only driver to ever score podiums in all 3 tiers, so that's Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3. As we see the Red Bull of Alex retire from qualifying in the 3rd sector. Wonder what happened there, see if we can find any drivers that are near it to give us an idea. Is the Alpha Tauri now, right on board with him. Can he see anything as what happens? Oh no, the incident's been cleared before he gets there. So where are we? Got Aiden in the McLaren, just dropped down to reserve. I believe he was in Williams with a teammate, but I think after his teammate retired, as we see the Red Bull of Purple Haze PH go past. Dogarbs, Season 4 champion, and it was a mighty career, it was a mighty battle at that, lasting all the way to the final race. Very interesting to see how he performs. Not had a good spell of races recently, he's only been coming 7th and 8th. We had a few bad issues with regards to other drivers as he lets his teammate through. We've got Derpol, the German in the Mercedes, very fitting, on the mediums, which is a very interesting choice as we see him fly down the back straight. Next up we've got Murillo RB as TDM takes pole. Murillo is in the 2019 Mercedes, aka the Force India, aka the Racing Point. Next up we've got Riley, who's still in the pits. I wonder if that's due to an invalidated lap and he's just getting refueled, or he just hasn't set a time yet. Purple Haze, as he comes across the line to begin his lap. up the hill. Lots. Oh, that's just exhaust. Weather is looking very bad here. It would be interesting to see if the drivers are setting the fastest laps first, as Riker takes provisional pole of a 1:31.4. We've got Collar Killer here in the Alpha Tauri junior team for Red Bull on the softs. Then we've got Wester in the pits as we see the Mercedes come in. We've got Nils mode, however you say that, Nils MDE and CM in the Williams. Let's have a look now at the top. We've got Ryan with a 1:30.3. So only got a tenth quicker than Collar, but this is early stage. We've still got 13 minutes on the dot left of qualifying. Raiku's got 1:31.4, but I believe he's about to try and improve that. We've got Oliver in the Alfa Romeo, seeing what he can do. And then we've got the Mercedes at Derpol. Sorry, we've got Christoph. That's an interesting camera angle. See right up the exhaust as he, ooh, just catching them in a moment. Down in the end of the straight there. I think he might just be letting people past, or he's having technical issues. What's happening? Oh, he's just letting people past. Then we got Derpol. Jason D'Italia recently upgraded his rig, so we'll see how that goes for him. Seems to be making it work so far though. Taking a nice line through there, keeping it nice and tidy. That's what we like to see. Dog Obbs, who has yet to set a lap. Same with Alpha Wolves. Both McLarens have set a lap though, as Aiden jumps up with a 1:30.5. Puts him third provisionally. He's invalidated his lap, I believe he's on an in lap. But yeah, this is shaping up to be quite an interesting Grand Prix. Obviously it is early doors, we can't tell who's got what pace. You know, these drivers might just be putting in the bank. Obviously in Spectator we don't have the info that the drivers get, so we can't be sure of the weather or anything like that, unfortunately. As we see a couple come out the pits here. Is it going to let me change? No, it is not. I have to cycle through. See, real TDM. Is there any fast drivers out on track? You see Aiden coming through the flat out turn 8 style. Turn 8, the famous Turkish sections 1 and 3. Someone's gone off on the main straight, interestingly. I think they were just letting people through though. Yeah, as Ryan comes out for his second lap. Collette's still in the pits. Aiden's come in, as we said. A lot of people haven't set a lap though. The track limits are quite tight, as I believe that was the Renault of Alpha Wolves going purple. Oh, he's just invalidated his lap. Unlucky. Ryan on his outlap. We're going to try and go through an outlap here with you guys. We're going to go through a lap as he comes around onto the straight. It's a very interesting circuit, this. It's personally one of my favourites. I enjoy racing here. It's very back and forth. Final sector is very easy to set back. It's very easy to really go side by side, as one of the Alpha Tauris, I believe that was, goes purple, sector 3. Just going to keep cycling through here, see if we can catch any action. Alpha Wolves. Going around the final, nope, going up to the turn 8 style corner. Sorry, I am very, very bad with corner numbers here. Taking many liberties with the track limits. And he comes into the pits. Is there anyone that's near the start finish? We've got the Mercedes, I believe, of Niz. LLS, I don't know. I'm terrible. Yeah, call him Niz from now on, that'll work. Comes up, down through turn 2 here. Flat out in these cars. Even in the wet you can get through with just a lift. We are flat through the first 2 S's, and then you've got to really brake for the 4th as you come around this left-hander here. Trying to carry as much speed as you can back uphill. Blind corners, blind over the crest. Flat left. As we come up. Brakes at the 75 metres. Just misses the apex there, but now is it on to the longest straight on the track. Activates DRS nice and quick. Keeps it strangely to the right instead of letting the car drift out, which is good because the next corner is the left and you want to keep all the liberties. Braking just before the 50 board, a lot of lockups there, you see, people trying to get through. Then coming round this sector. Now this sector is very technical, very twisty. It's a good place to get side by side if you're brave. Now coming up to turn 14, I believe. Big dip there, can catch out even the best of drivers if you're not careful. And then he comes flat through this complex here, which is a revelation in modern day cars. Don't see, even Indy cars can't do that flat. Coming up to the final Raskas-esque corners, and he crosses the line, puts it P5 provisionally, as we see Ryan setting a purple time there. Very, very fast. Getting into the low 130s now. Very, very low. Hopefully by the end of quality we might even be seeing people in the 29s, which would be interesting. Some drivers yet to set a lap though. I believe Kem's on one though, as we see him go through to turn around the S's. Got yellow flags, however. I believe one of the Mercedes has come off. Oh, it's not letting people through. Seeing a lot of people come off and fail, and crash out. We obviously saw a great game of pull-up outside the pitch. Don't know if that was down to a technical issue or what. But then we've got Alex as well. Didn't really catch what happened to him, but he crossed just on the exit of the straight. As I'm just gonna bear with me a second as I get the chat open. See if people got anything to say. If you are watching, please let us know your predictions down in the chat. It would be great to see what you guys think. Who will come on top? Will Aiden's Wi-Fi let him down again? Or will he remain, or will he be victorious? Oh, thanks Miku, appreciate the support. Hopefully we are in for a good one. It's shaping up to be very interesting. Obviously we've got the McLarens up front currently, separated only by the AlphaTauri of Collar as he comes down the back straight here. Yellow flag in the last corner, the penultimate corner, and in the sectors just before that. I don't think anyone stopped though. I think it's just one of the Mercedes are out of fuel. That will be Derpol, I believe. Oh no, be Nismo. Niz. As Aiden sets a purple lap with a time of 1:30.2. This very well could be Aiden's Grand Prix here. He seems to be consistently on the pace, but hopefully his internet won't let him down in the past like it has so many times before. Obviously try not to give him commentator's curse here, as Crofty would call it. But yeah, keep them predictions coming in the chat. Let us know as of now what you think. We're going to start seeing some seriously fast times here. This is when the order is going to get really shaken up, so bonus points if you can predict our pole sitter here. As Aiden getting into a cheeky battle with Chris here. Is Chris on a pole lap, or is Aiden's just done his purple lap? Chris is down in 13th, which is not what we expected. Taking a very wide line through there. Getting into a bit of a scuffle with Aiden as they come round turn 14. Just gonna get track map up here to my right hand side, so I can tell you, so I can better inform you, I guess that's what you call it. Nope. Do bear with me. Apologies for the unprofessionalism, but I lost track of time at the start of this. Probably shouldn't be telling you that, but oh well. Open this up. This is a very controversial track within motorsport. You either love it or you hate it. I personally love it. I think it's a great track. But there are people who say, you know, it's too overtakey. It's not the good venue. It's not. There's better tracks in America we could be running at. But I personally like it. I think it's got a good variety of long corners that really test the abilities of these modern day F1 cars, all the way up to the slow, snaily sections that we see at the end of Sector 2. You know, really testing the driver's skill, especially with them bumps as we see the AlphaTauri leaving the pits. Try and have a look at who's out on track. Got Ryan on an outlap, going for a fast one. Coming up through the S's. Got Alpha Wolves, down in 9th though. I wonder what's happened to him. He is on an outlap though, so we'll see sometimes. He has been seriously impressive in the last couple seasons. He's always on the pace. He's always taking the fight to Aiden and Dog Arbs and whatnot. Dog Arbs, another one as well, yet to set a fast-ish lap. Obviously the drivers are going a lot faster than I could ever do, but I'm not paid to do it. Neither of these, but yeah. Get some interesting camera angles here though. Don't know what's going on with the TV director's choice. As we see the Renault, I believe that is Alpha Wolves, coming for his lap. Let's see how he does. Comes through the S's, flat, keeping the steering nice and loose as he gets off the power. Coming around here, really using all of the track, putting his car exactly where he needs it to be as he comes out on that corner of a little slide. Good save though, as he powers it down up to the straight. Now very tricky, very acute hairpin there. Oh, and there's a yellow flag. Is that just someone letting them past? Yes it is. See that a lot in these qualifying. I think the Haas has just run out of fuel coming into the pits there, so very well timed from the mechanics. Same with the both racing points there, as Wolves sets purple Sector 2, coming into the twisty, windy Sector 3 bit here. Can he keep the car nice and controlled? We'll have a look. Coming up to a few back markers. They're going to jump out the way. Yeah, doing very well. This keeping out the way. This is on for a fast lap here as he comes round the final corner. Are we going to see some 29s here? Can't quite do it. Can't quite improve. Ah, oh, such a shame. P8 I think he was designed to, unless he gets bumped down. Who else is on a lap? We've got the McLaren coming across the line here of Aiden. Manages to improve on his time. Not by much, but sorry, trying to improve on his time. Takes nice sharp apex there. They do have some funky camera angles, these camera operators, don't they? Stick cameras anywhere they can find. Obviously, very controversial design by Adrian Newey with the cameras a good few years ago now. Burying the camera inside the car. Very smart move, but they didn't really get away with it, did they? But anyway, as he comes down to turn 11, hairpin, keeps it nice and tidy on the exit. Up the hill, it's very up and down this track, keeps it interesting, lots of blind corners, lots of corners where you can't really see and it's hard to position the car unless you really know what you're doing. As we see Ryan do with a 1:29.9 as we're on board with Aiden now. Some impressive stuff from him. He's going to pull off to the side, but can Aiden beat it? That is the question we all want to know. No, he cannot, because he's invalidated his lap. So unlucky from him. I feel gutted for him. Genuinely, seriously impressive time. Was leading the charge all the way around. Let's hope he can get a good start and make up some good positions. Hope his internet stays stable as he comes across the line. Who else have we got now? We've got the Ferrari coming across the line. I believe that is Riker. Riker putting it P5. Very impressive as Alpha backs out now. Who else have we got? Got no one coming across the line yet. We've got a Haas coming across of, I believe that is Jason. Yep. Where's he going to manage to put it? He's currently P15, keeping it nice and tidy through there. Stays P15. I believe, couldn't quite see who that was behind him then. Do forgive me. I believe it was one of the Williams, but as they all come into the pits. We've got Riker finished. Dog Arbs has retired from P7. He's clearly done. Alex and Great Gamer coming out of quali early though. Not managing to set a lap. They will be starting from 18th and 19th respectively. And I believe that is everyone, apart from maybe Riley, who is in the pits. I'm just going to change it so you can see. Couple hundredths from, only a couple hundredths off as we're on board now with Oliver. I believe there was about 2 seconds between the fastest and slowest time, which really just goes to show the margins in this. Yeah, let's have a look here. So, your qualifying order for the United States Grand Prix, round 11 of FRL Tier 2 is Ryan, Collar, Sam, Aiden, Derpol, Riker, Dogarbs, Murillo, and Wester. Alpha Wolves, Nils Mode, Oliver, Riley, Chris with a lackluster performance there, 1.2 seconds off the pace. Got Jason, Purple Haze, Real TDM, CRL Alex, and Great Gamer KZ. Both of them retiring very early on in qualifying. No word as to what the cause was. Yeah, Oliver pointing out just how brutal them track limits are. You really got to keep it inside the lines. I expect this race to be one decided by the stewards, which is not what you want to see, but it does happen a lot on this game. The track limits are something that a lot of people don't like, but obviously you can't really avoid them, as we're just waiting for the grid to form up. Do give me a second to grab a drink as I prepare to attempt to entertain you a bit for the race. I'll do my best. Still not the best commentator, but we'll make it work. Just people just deciding their strategies and whatnot. Hi TDM, good to see you in the chat. Apologies if I called you anything else, but you've got a race to focus on, mate. Get on with it, unless you've retired, which I don't think you have. As Ryan leads them around the formation lap. Aiden got bumped down to P4, which is unfortunate. Hi Alex, good to see you in the chat. Obviously we've got a few people watching, so let us know what you think is going to happen. When do you think the safety cars are going to come out? Do you think there's going to be any safety cars? That'll be interesting to watch. Let us know where you think who's going to come. Let us know. Do you think Aiden will be able to stay in the race? That's been, reliability has plagued him for the whole season, unfortunately. I want to take this opportunity as they all go around the formation lap to thank you for tuning in. Thanks for putting up with my voice, and I really hope this will be an entertaining one to watch. As we see Alex get disqualified there, just missed what happened, but I believe he had a bit of contact with, actually no, he must have just hit the wall or something, because yeah, I can't see any reason why. Great Gamer KZ there. K2, sorry. Drifting around the exit. Obviously, trying to get back into P19, I believe. We'll just say that. DTM number 1, yeah, sure. As we can see, the predicted pit stop strategies for the drivers. Going to go for the one stop soft to hard is looking like the optimum, but you never know, the safety car could throw a stone in the gears. Shake it up as they line up. We're going to have a look with Ryan now. Followed leader up the hill into turn 1. Keep your eye out for on the back of the grid. We might be seeing a few collisions there, a few dive bombs. Be very, very interesting to see what happens. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. So here we go then. All the drivers are lined up. The race director's given the flag. What's happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're off for round 11 of FRL's United States Grand Prix. Ryan gets a very good start, leading the way, comes to cover off the inside. As we see Jason dropping down the order, a lot of people dropping down the order. AlphaTauri and the Mercedes go wide. Did everyone make it through? Everyone made it through, which is very surprising. Oliver losing out massively there. As we see them all come down the field. And there's a yellow flag. What's happened here? Oh, I think it's just... Oh, no. Excuse me. I believe someone has come off. That is Real DTM, #1 driver, according to chat, has come off. And his tyres are very hot, trying to squirm his way around. The Renault has also come off here. Let's see if we can find it. Riley, I believe that is. Nope, sorry, apologies. That's Alpha Wolf's having a terrible start. He might have been in a collision with Purple Haze, maybe. He's in 17th right now. You see him there. Terrible start for him. Ryan managing to maintain the lead. Very impressive. As we see the pit stops yet again, we'll see who will go for the 2-stop. Be interesting. I'll have a look here. Add a bit of detail on. Give you some position changes and stuff. Excuse me, I'm just sorting this out. Anyway, Ryan leads them round, managing to maintain that lead. Aiden has actually made up 1 place. Managed to snatch it from Collar as Derpol now in P4, sorry. Very impressive as they cross line 1:35.8. As they come up the hill, we're going to have a look around. See, oh, we've got the Red Bull going for a move. Alex, oh, making contact there, running in wide. Thank God for the ghost. And great gamer there. Oliver losing out massively. Got Purple Haze and TDM coming in for damages, which is a real shame. Hopefully they'll be able to catch up. Alex already getting a penalty. Only on lap 3. Let's hope if he keeps that up, he's going to have, you know, 10 seconds, 12 seconds worth, so 12, 15 seconds worth of penalties, which is not what you want to see. Let's see CM making it, keeping P2, impressive. The gap still in DRS. Ryan, he's not letting Ryan get away. Same for Aiden, who is right on his tail. Is he going to think about a move coming into the sector? We'll keep you updated. As Ryan walks up a bit there, coming through, building that. The top 3 are really breaking away from Derpol, pulling each other along. Derpol just managing to cling on to the DRS zone. As you see, Collar losing out 3 positions, which is a shame. It's got a yellow flag back here. Let's try and see what's happened. I believe Great Gamer has had an incident with. That's Alpha Wolves. Oliver seems to might have been caught up in that as well. This obviously allows them to catch up, allows DTM and Purple Haze. Are we going to see a battle here, or is Alpha just going to drive off from Great Gamer? Have a look at who's had a good start then. We've got Alex, who's managed to pull 5 places in the first 3 laps. Chris having bad qualifying initially, but has managed to get up into P12. We've got Niz here, Nizzle, whatever you want to call him, who's manages to cling onto that P11. which is better than being taken out, but he is falling back from the Renault of O'Reilly. Got obviously Murillo losing a place, Riker who's down a couple, yeah. Wessler and Doggar's managing to slide up. Doggar's making a real good charge through the field here. It'll be interesting to watch his progress. Just keep an eye on them intervals, ladies and gentlemen. This is shaping up to be very interesting. Let us know what you thought of that start. Surprised everyone seemed to have got away cleanly. It's only when you got to the S's that incidents did occur. All 19 drivers still in it though, which is a very good thing. It's what we like to see. We'll just change the detail here. I'll give you. Let's have a look. I'll just turn that off for now. Keep it nice and simple. Got Ryan here, managing to nearly, but not quite, break away from CM, managing to stay just within that DRS range. Same with Aidan here, who's 9/10. And the DRS is only within when you are within a second of the car in front. Collar making an overtake here, interesting, on the AlphaTauri Doggo. We've got teammates going at it. Sorry, not teammates. I'm blind today. We've got Doggo's in the Williams. Making progress though, Collar, after that dreadful start that saw him lose a couple positions. Christoph gaining a 3-second time penalty as they all come up the hill onto the straight, and we have a virtual safety car. Someone has retired from the race. Let's have a look, see if we can find just who it is. It is Christoph Ferrick retiring from the Grand Prix. I wonder if it was just involved in an incident or just bad luck. Anyway, we've got the VSC. Drivers will have to keep to a delta. It keeps the gap between you and the car in front about the same. So the pack up front, as we can see on the map, still very bunched up. We've still got, you know, there's only a 6-second gap between the top 10. Well, it's gone up to 7.5 now. But we go back to green flag racing here. Drivers will be able to overtake and all that. Is what we like to see. Coming onto the main straight, Ryan managing to cling onto the lead, getting a great start. Obviously, we saw him going to defend that. Defend that inside line. Got DTM, who is unfortunately a minute back, having to make a pit stop for right at the start of the race. Purple Haze though, making up right from the back up into 16th. I don't know if that was just due to pit stops, but 2-second gap between him and the lightning fast Alpha Wolves. I'm going to change the gap back to the interval so we can keep an eye on where the battles are. 3-second time penalty for Gamer there. Nils having a dramatic start, managing to keep it in P11. Lots of defending going on there. Usually we see a massive crash in the backfield, or we see, you know, a few good moves, but everyone seems to be behaving themselves, keeping it nice, as we see the Williams and the AlphaTauri going side by side down the straight. No one coming off of any position changes though, as we see the AlphaTauri locking up. Going to see, will Doggards be able to follow through this sector? Need a lot of downforce coming through this corner. You need to really cling on through there. Around turns 16 to 18, I believe they are. Obviously inspired by the infamous 5G turn 8 at Turkey. You see Riker getting past Murillo there on the straight. Sorry, Murillo dropping down as he comes into the pits in lap 6. Is that for damage, or is it just for a change of tyres? Let's have a look. Oh, didn't see, but oh well. We're going to get back on this camera here. Yep. Dogarbs managing, Wester managing to break free just of Dogarbs. Be interesting to see, will they be able to maintain that gap. They're coming up on Derpol though. Derpol having a great start, managing to keep it P5. Managing to, keep it P5. Which is good stuff. They are obviously closing him on though, just out of DRS. Fly past, listening to them V6 hybrid turbos roar. All three of them very, very close. Got the gap of less than a second between P5 and P7. Riker bringing up that little pack there in P8 in the Scarlet Ferrari. Got Riley, who's just a second off him. And Nils, my favourite name to pronounce, 5 seconds back off him. It's going to be interesting. We're seeing a pack at the front form though. We are seeing that Ryan, CM and Sam, whatever, are keeping it together. Great to see Aiden still in it. You see him come down the main straight together. They're all going to be in DRS. This will be interesting. Is Sam thinking about a move there? No, he's not. He's just keeping it tidy, making sure, keeping the pressure on Ryan, making sure he feels that. But Aiden will be doing the same thing to him. He's sandwiched between the two McLarens. So will team orders come into play here? Will Ryan be backing CM up into Aiden to try and get better points? Or is it just going to be a free-for-all? Be interesting to see. We've got Collar there. Aiden receiving a 3-second time penalty. Collar coming down the hill, ready to go back, straight back up it. Being swiftly followed by Western Dog though, as we got a yellow flag in sector 1. That is a Ferrari. Oh no, it's cleared now. I don't know what happened there. One of life mysteries, but Ryan losing the position to CM though. Just missed that overtake. It looked like he went down the inside of turn 14, I think. Oh, sorry, on the straight, turn 12, not 14. So it must have been just a DRS pass, which is a shame, but it happens. Ryan is obviously going to try and cling on though. He's losing a massive amount of time though. Dropping a tenth nearly every couple seconds, which is not what we want to see, but obviously we've got the two McLarens there. Will they battle it out? Will not? Aiden is doing a very good job of holding on to that third place. We must be starting to feel the pressure from Colorado as we see the pit window open. Giving us the recommendation of the mediums, which is a very interesting choice from AWS. Usually we saw that the predicted strategy was softs to hards for the top 10. The 11 to 19 though will be keeping it interesting as we see a battle here between Oliver and Jason. The Alfa Romeo and the Haas trading places on the straight. I'm gonna jump back as Ryan has fallen out of DRS range. Aiden managing to keep that consistent gap though, as he manages to actually gain a bit of there. Might be a bit too far back to do anything this race, but as we jump on board there, it's giving us this awkward camera angle yet again. So we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Who's that? That is Real DTM making a mistake in the Alpha. 30 seconds back. Don't know what happened to him. Looks like he just lost it. Yep, he's just losing it everywhere. Tyres. He's on the hards. Must feel like an ice rink right now with the low track temperatures and the cloudy conditions. Might even see a bit of rain, although it is unlikely. Got purple haze here. Coming down towards the hairpin. Turn 11. We've got Ryan in the pits. Aiden following him. Oh no, Aiden not following, sorry. Aiden is on the soft, so he's choosing to try and extend his stint. He believes he can get a bit more on them tyres. He is falling back a bit though from P1. Will the undercut work for Ryan, or will he come out in traffic? Let's have a look. Looks like he's got a bit of clear air ahead of him, so traffic should not be an issue. But Murillo, he is falling into the clutches of him. ALR and the Mercedes of Derpol. Derpol dropping back massively, losing out a huge amount from that pit stop window. As we see him pick up a 3-second time penalty. Alpha down in 15th, really not having a good race. This is just not his circuit. As we see the bottom sorry, the bottom 8 all have penalties, including as well as the top 2. Have a nice little train forming here. Collar, Wester, Dogobs, all coming through the turn 13, 14 and 15s. I believe I got that right. Yeah, turn 13 and 14, sorry. Just don't like there's much action. It looks like this could make for a very interesting pit window as we see Collar follow it come into the pits. AlphaTauri driver choosing to stay out as to avoid a double stack being held up. Hear the pit sirens. Has anyone else chose to pit though? That is the question. Or is it just Collar? Collar obviously thinking his tyres won't go another lap. Losing out big time there. Will he come out in traffic? That will be interesting to see. He was in, I believe, P4. No, he doesn't. He's got plenty of time, but actually, we've just seen Derpol. He has lost out massively as well. It'd be interesting to see when the leaders pick. I am saying interesting a lot. I recognise that. But yeah, he's not being held up by a slow driver, so he should be able to really step on it on them fresh mediums. See how Alex setting the fastest lap. Interesting. He must be in some clear air. The Mercedes-powered Williams of CM leads the Grand Prix. Aiden still managing to stay on that gap though. We haven't really seen that gap move around much. He hasn't got very close, but he hasn't strayed away, which just shows he's waiting for his opportunity as they come racing round turns 16 to 18. Yeah, even in the turbulent air that we see a lot on these modern cars, Aiden is managing to cling on as he gets DRS. Will he be far enough back for a dive bomb? Who knows? I think he is just going to play it safe though. He's got the rest of the race to overtake him. Therefore picking up another penalty. As we see Riker managing to get round Wester in the pits. Oh, that could have been very close then between him and the Alfa Romeo. You see Collar coming out the pits, locking up a bit there into turn 1. As Wester decides to box. Fresh set. Not Wester. Collar must have boxed. Yep, he's on the mediums. Do excuse me. I am trying to follow everyone at once, and the gaps are starting to build up now. Aiden just slipping outside DRS range. That would be frustrating. That might be a sign of his tyres. But he did get DRS, so he must have been when he was in range of it. Be interesting to see the different strategies play out. A lot of people going to the mediums. Is this rain we're seeing? Oh, this could shake things up massively. It is starting to rain down in the circuit of the Americas. I think that's what these drivers must be holding off for then. They must be trying to hold on desperately, trying to find the right window to slap on a pair of inters if this rain persists. So you're going to see how this shakes up the field though. Real TDM having a terrible race. He's obviously not going to like the rain on his hard tyres. Same for Purple Haze, who is on the inters already. He's going early. He's hoping to catch them out. Be interesting to very bold tactics there from the Red Bull driver. I think he's joining us for his second race. Goes up towards the back straight. Intervals now. We've got Riley following Dogobs. Dogobs is, I don't believe he has pitted yet. Yep, Dogobs has not pitted, as I think he just has, considering we just lost him. Oh no, he's gone up to second. There we go. My controller was being a bit funky then. Up to second with no pit stop. He's got some serious pace there. I think Aiden must be feeling the heat, well, the lack of it from the rain. He's got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. That is a, can't even tell. That looks like a slow going Red Bull. Let's see if we can find it. Yep. Purple Haze struggling like mad on these intermediate tyres. Look at how much wheel spin he's got just from trying to set off. Even the traction control I think he's running cannot hold that down. He's gone onto these tyres a little bit too soon, just managing to keep it out. I believe that's him being lapped. As we've got TDM off as well. He's really not liking these conditions. Oh, that could have been close then. Thank God for ghosting, because that could have been both the Alfa Romeos out of the race. The rain is really kicking in now as Aiden makes his pit stop. Riley leads, yet to box, as CM retires. Real shame, he was leading the race at some points. I wonder what happened to him. Did he just not make it? There is a yellow flag sector 3, however. Ooh! Big shunt then from Purple Haze, not managing to keep control. And that is a full course safety car. This is going to bunch up the pack. Who's going to be brave and go into the pits, try and control it on the safety car, wait for the rain to build up, and then pull off, I believe, Riley, maybe. This would be a perfect opportunity for him to pit. This is exactly what the likes of Riley, Dog and Riker have been waiting for. Aiden losing out massively though, taking his stop right before the safety car. Going to see a big train here. Don't know what happened to CM. I think Sam must have crashed. But Purple Haze rejoined just as he had a massive shunt then into the Armco barriers. As you see the back of the pack. Now it'll be interesting to see. These three would be dumb not to box under these conditions. It'll be interesting to see what tyres they go on to though. Will they be able to brave it out on a pair of softs or mediums, or will they decide to go for the inters? Conditions must be dicey out there, considering we've seen two good drivers retire from the race. Hopefully they will be joining us to say hello in stream. Riley choosing not to box. Interested. I think he must have screwed up there, because he's the Williams and the Ferrari choosing to. Obviously yellow flags all around. That leaves Riley in front, but oh, it's going to be a dicey one as he catches the safety car. Oh, and he passes it. That's not good. Just manages to avoid a penalty. Really breaking the #1 rule there. As you see Depol closing up to him. Obviously, we are going to be running under yellow flag conditions. Aiden saving a bit of fuel there. He's gone onto the softs, which is very, very interesting tactic. I believe he's just trying to get the most he can out of the grip. I think he thinks, you know what, I can use these softs, get the most grip, really put the power down when it's wet, and then all the drivers who are on inters will be really slow. He can get a big gap, obviously not under safety car unfortunately, but we'll see how it plays out for him. He can make this work, or he'll just flop. But they are beginning to form the train now. As you can see, there is a 5 or so second gap between 5th and 6th. But just look at that, people just desperately trying to keep heat in the tyres, trying to get trying to hold what little control they have left. Sorry, I just need to grab a drink. As we see them train around the track. It's not the most interesting thing to watch, but the restart will be. Riley choosing not to pit might have screwed him over though. He's going to drop right to the back of the field. Obviously slot into 16th. As Wester then, oh, Riley's round. Jesus Christ, under safety car as well. Wow, just caught that. As we see him embedded in the barrier from leading from P1. Jesus, that's two winning, drivers in contention for the win that have fell foul to the rain. As we see Nismo pull in. That will lead Derpol in first, leading the Grand Prix for the restart. Will we see the safety car come in this lap? I don't think we will, given that Riley has just crashed out. How unfortunate though for the Renault. Obviously his teammate down in 14th. This is shaping up to be a very, very, very interesting final 13 laps. If the safety car goes in, might have 1 or 2 more laps, but I can't see it being more than that. We'll set the gap there, and we'll have a look at what tyres people are on. So Derpol choosing to go for the softs again, trying to run the same strat as Aiden and Wester there, which will be. Looks like he doesn't have much control though, but it could be just trying to get heat in the tyres. Keeping that ERS charge, bit of fuel saving going on. Ryan behind him, Wester, Aiden, also on the softs. Ryan is going to be in hot water though on those mediums. He's going to have little grip, his tyres are going to wear quick, and it's raining. He is really in troubled water here. But after him, after Aiden, sorry, we've got Dogobs on the in the Williams on the Inters. We've got Riker, Collar, Oliver, Murillo, Niz, I don't know, still unsure. Jason, Alex, Great Gamer, Alpha Wolves, and Real TDM, who is yet to pass Riley, who was crashed. And people getting 5-second penalties here. Alex getting penalties under safety car. Come on, lads. What's happened there? Oh, they're boxing, sorry. Lost track of where they were on circuit. Yeah, they're all fairly bunched up now. Order is being shaken up massively though. You see loads of people losing. I believe everyone who was on the softs has gone in for the Inters. Yeah, we can see them all changing there. Everyone is now on the Inters. The conditions must be really slippery. That is a shame though, because you know we had a couple good leaders there. Dogobs are now up into first, just due to the leaders boxing. They've all come out just slotting in though. Derpol down in 9th, Ryan down in 10th, and Aiden losing out the most, down in 13th. Such an unfortunate turn of events for Aiden, and obviously Ryan and Wessler, but nobody could have predicted how fast the rain, nobody could have predicted the safety car. This is what we like to see. It's not what the drivers want, but we as spectators enjoy these moments. Got Riley, who was retired. If you didn't catch that crash, just binned it under safety car on the mediums. I think he must put a little bit of acceleration. He was in the lead, he was leading the pack. Same with Sem, or Kem, CM, I don't know. Same with him, he just lost it. Not under safety car, but yeah, I think he retired around where the cars are now. Yep, race control giving us the notification that we will go green at this lap. Purple binning it in the wall, round about there, just losing it. He was having a slidey race anyway. He had to take an extra pit stop due to damage at the start. Just very, very, very unfortunate time for him as the safety car powers off now. Oh, nearly dropped my controller. Safety car powering off now into the pits. Doghouse will back up the pack for this wet and rainy start. Let's get a nice aerial view of the Williams driver. Not often you see a Williams leading in real life, but it's not an uncommon sight here in FRL. As he powers down into the corner. Great Gamer giving a 5-second penalty. Will we see any overtake? It looks like he's managed to get away clean, Doghouse. I don't think Riker will be able to challenge there, but we'll keep our eyes peeled for gaps down the field as we see the Mercedes of Derpol getting round Great Gamer, who has a 5-second penalty. Oh, will there be contact? There is a bit of contact, but it's not that bad. We've got Alpha. There's a massive battle here. All of them bunched up. Ooh, that could be bad. I think he's ghosted though. Yeah, he's ghosted. Got the Alpha Wolves running inside, and we've got Collar who's retired. Interesting, he was running up about P4, P5. Wonder what happened to him. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 1 and 2. I wish there was a replay function on here because it would be so useful. We're down to just 15 drivers. Great work for DTM for just clinging in, however. Don't think there was any much positions there. There was no positions made. Ryan has lost 8 positions. Great Gamer is up 11, which is very impressive, even for a safety car. You know, he had the good strategy, good patience, and it seems to have paid off for him. Dogob's obviously coming up 6 as well, and Jason up 10th, as we see an overtake there from one of the Mercedes on the Haas. Keep an eye on this. Will he be able to come back at him? I don't think so. There's already a big gap forming. Excuse me, my throat is getting very dry as we come into the final 11 laps. Spent 5 under safety car. Looks like the closest gap is Aiden and Ryan and teammates. Ryan getting a bit squeamish there on the exit. Aiden locking up. Will he be able to make a pass? No DRS in the rain, but Ryan getting a beautiful exit there. Will he be able to mount the challenge on Jason? As we see the 2 Mercedes actually going side by side nearly. Nope, they're backing out. There's a yellow flag there. I just saw someone go off. I believe it was Great Gamer. And it's a VSC, so that's a more halted racing. Oh Jesus! Alpha takes out DTM from the race. Oh, uncareless actions from both of them drivers. Oh, what a shame for DTM. He was doing well. He was clinging in there, last place, but that was looking like a high finish. So unfortunate there. Sorry, I don't think that was DTM. Oh wow, that is unfortunate to say the least. Careless driving from Alpha. He's just lost it. Oh, that is a shame there. Oh, there's a VSC yet again. More wraps for the drivers to get used to these conditions at least. Hopefully we can avoid stuff like that. But the Mercedes, there was a really big battle there between Derpol, Niz and Ryan. Jason also getting involved as we go green. Interval roughly the same. About 8 tenths between them all. Yeah, Daniel, we caught that just on board with the Renault, just straight up rear-ended you. I feel your pain, man. Must really suck, but that's racing, you know. These challenging conditions, you can't expect that the stewards will sort it out. Let's have a look around, see if there's any good battles going on. They're closing the gap to the leader, but will Doggos be able to pull away? Ryan and Aiden up into P7 and 9. Aiden coming up from P13 there. It's pretty impressive. There's a 3-way battle. Will the Red Bull be able to get involved? Going side by side up into turn 1. Are they going to make it 3? Oh, there's contact. There's contact. Will has the AlphaTauri spun? AlphaTauri's still in it. Coming under pressure from Alex there. They're side by side, Aiden and Jason. Will Aiden be able to get past? Form a gap? Yes, he will, but there is a train of cars behind him as we see the AlphaTauri and Wester go side by side. Jumping on board now with Alex as we see him in these treacherous conditions here. Gearbox slipping there, bit of wheel spin. Wester just behind them. Is he going to try and mount and move into the hairpin? He is. Will he be able to hold it? No, he backs out. Says he'll get him on the straight. Just focus on your exit. Now this is going to be interesting to see who will be able to merge victorious as we see the Haas getting side by side. Let's see if we can have a look around on that Haas. We can't get in contact there, not contact, bottoming out there. And they are side by side. Red Bull taking all the track, making sure, not giving the Haas an inch And there's a bit of contact on the rear, but I don't think it caused anything. No, it did not. As we see the AlphaTauri of Wester and the Red Bull of Alex, the junior teams going side by side through here. It's quite hard to follow around that corner, but we'll be going into here now. We'll see if they're going to take it flat. No, they're going to have a bit of a lift off. Let's turn it totally off. Make it look better. Yeah, this is a very interesting fight for P9. Obviously, loser of this will come outside of the points. Are we going to see any attacks from the Haas? Oh no, the Haas has binned it. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Jason. Just lost the rear end coming out of the final corner. Oh, that is unlucky. Is he going to try and escape to the pits? Will he be able to manage it, or will it reset him? Just managed to make it inside the pits. That is real unlucky for the Haas. That was meant to be a great fight, but we will join back with Wester. McLaren's managing to bunch up again. Aiden's closing up, which is impressive. Considering he was caught in a four-way fight before, and now he's less than a second off the back of his teammate. Nils and Derpol running 5th and 6th. So Alpha Wolves retires, no surprises there. Why has the track mark on? There we go. Retiring in the pits, sensible thing to do. Don't think there'll be a safety car for that unless... But this is F1 2020, so you never know. Doggards now with a semi-comfortable lead. Riker struggling in these conditions. He's done great here. We have 8 laps to go. Didn't do too well in qualifying, but that safety car more than shook up the order in his favour, as we see the Racing Point of Murillo running in 3rd. Oliver in 4th. Derpol and Nils, the Mercedes brothers, in well, not brothers, the Mercedes cars, sorry, in 5th and 6th. They'll be feeling the pressure from Ryan and Aiden though, 2 very fast front runners right on their gearboxes. Wester benefiting a bit from that slipstream. Alex falling off the pace though, and Jason all on his own, unfortunately, coming down the back straight. So the rear of this pack is going to be very, very interesting to watch and follow over the next 7 laps as they come through the S's now. Therefore picking up 3-second time penalty. That reminds me, let's have a look at what the penalties are like. So Jason with 14 seconds, so yeah, I don't think even with a miracle, I don't think Jason would have done too well. Yeah, they're all 3 seconds bar Alex, who has just decided to take it carefully, get to the end of the race. He knows his position, he knows Jason isn't going to catch him. Just get to the end and take that point home. As you see a 4-way, the pack begin to split in the middle, but obviously over the straight they'll have slipstream, as we might see Wester going for a move on Aiden here. Is he going to manage to send it? But there is a move up front. Ryan taking Nizmel's position away. Will Aiden be able to capitalise on Niz's slow speed? No, he is not. He is taking it very aggressively, putting Niz under the pressure. Lock up there from Wester. Let's jump on board with Aiden. There might have been a bit of contact there, but none of them seem to be affected. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. I believe that is the Haas of Jason, who has just managed to cut the corner or something. There we go, sorry, just turn this all off. That's what I'm looking for there, penalties. Excuse me. Coming round the second to last turn. They're running 7th, 8th, 9th, that was loud. All looking for a scrap. This fight obviously is allowing Ryan to get ahead into 6th. Will he be able to catch Derpol? As we see the gap to Murillo closing. It would be very nice to see a shaken up grid. Will Aiden be able to get past these lot? Will he be able to bring home P6? Who knows? It's glad that his internet has stayed with him, which is always a big plus. Will be feeling the pressure from the AlphaTauri, and the Mercedes will be keeping him behind nicely. As we we see Murillo maybe go for a move for second on Riker. Riker takes that inside line. Will Murillo be able to carry the speed round? No, he's not, but will he be able to get the switch back? Coming down to the right-hander here. Doggobs is in sight. He'll be getting a great battle. There's a yellow flag in section 3. That is the hat of Jason Battaglia. I believe he will be retiring, maybe. Struggling like mad for grip, Jason is. It'll be interesting to see this fight, though, as we have a look. As they come round here, that's Doggobs. There's Riker, and there's Murillo. Murillo not being able to follow. He's dropping back ever so slightly, but will he be able to get him on the main straight? Obviously coming up the hill, that slipstream will be a huge advantage in the wet. We're going to see if he's going to go for a move. I think he might be a bit too far back, but never say never. Murillo closing that gap, looking down the inside. No, he's going to be sensible, hold it off till the bigger straight. Have a look here. Doggobs, Riker and Murillo running very close to each other. There we go. Aiden has managed to get past Leicester, and now they will be running in 6th and 7th. As we see them snake through the Sector 1 S's. Listen to the Honda engines, which will be here for 2022 now that the regulations have been frozen. If you didn't catch that news, the teams agreed to freeze the engines for 2022. Red Bull obviously being the most benefit. Well, Red Bull being benefiting the most from that. There's also talk of a sprint race format, which would be very, very interesting to see. I think the tracks were Canada, France and somewhere else. Sorry, I haven't got the best memory when it comes to tracks like that. But the leaders are coming up quickly on Jason there. None of them have penalties, so this will be just a straight sprint to the line in the final 5 laps. Doggobs doing very nicely to keep them behind, however. Sorry, my throat was very dry. It's been a race of twists and turns, this one. Obviously, the safety car brought out by Purple Haze's crash has shaken up things massively. Gaps begin to spot. People just trying to bring it home now. We'll follow Riker as he begins his pursuit on the lead, though. Trying to take the wet line there. It's raining quite heavily. We saw the grey skies at the start. We knew the track temps were going to be low. We knew people would be trying to get the tyres. Great, obviously Depot cut the corner and get a 3-second penalty. We knew the track temps were going to be low to begin with, but we did not we did not foresee this rain. Riker taking very many liberties there with the limits. It has really shaken things up. It has shown it has brought out the best in these drivers, that's for sure. It has shown who has the control, obviously. Alpha Wolf, Gamer, DTM, Collar, Riley, Sam, Purple and Chris. Well, Chris actually retired before the rain, but obviously not demonstrating the control they need to finish this race. Coming now through turn 13, we see Doggobs still managing to hold that 0.8 second gap to Riker, who's feeling the pressure still from Murillo. He's managed to keep it clean. As we see Jason, yellow flag, he's just come off backwards. Bad time to rejoin Jason, you're going to have blue flags galore. Luckily he is ghosted. Luckily for the AlphaTauri or Wester anyway. I believe the McLarens are the only McLaren is the only team with 2 drivers still in the, sorry, McLaren and Mercedes are the team with 2 drivers in the running. Jason obviously a lap down now. Alex dropping back huge amounts though. Wonder what happened to him. He was battling for 7th a while ago. Yeah, DTM leads the session as he got hit by that Renault that we saw before. Renault not having a good race either. DTM got rear-ended by Alpha Wolf, and then Riley just lost it under safety car from the lead, which was very disappointing for him. Jason, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him give up 10-second time penalty there. That is, for track limits, yeah, he's retired. No blame whatsoever. That was just unfortunate. Didn't have the control in the car. Didn't really expect it, but oh well. See if there's a safety car though. There might be a VSC, and if so, it'll be a straight sprint to the end. Aiden managed to claw back from 13th. Was first, then decided not to box under the safety car and had to come in from the lead, which obviously is detrimental given how tight the margins are here. Just going to have a look through. Incident cleared, no need for a VSC. Top three though, really tight. This is very close, less than 3 seconds separated them. That is fluctuating though. Yeah, Jason, we saw you struggling, man. These conditions have brought out so many retirements. We don't blame you, buddy. Good job for sticking with it. Done really well. Got further than I would have, that's for sure. As we see Dogov snaking through there. Demonstrates some really clean control though through there. Obviously using that wet line to his advantage, just slightly off the racing line to give himself that extra little bit of grip. We will definitely follow these guys with great intent as we jump over to Derpol, who's going back and forth with Aiden. Aiden just cleanly getting through. Derpol started 5th, I believe, so he's doing very well. We'll see, will he be able to mount an attack on Aiden coming down the straight. Watching the gap closely. Doesn't look like he will. He might be able to get it. No, he's lost it. Shame for Derpol. Great news for Aiden, who is now running 5th and 6th with his teammate, as he encounters his bit of traffic now. They are catching up to the front running pack. This could be a 5-way fight for the lead in the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like it will be. This will be extremely tight margins here. Dogov maintaining that level of control that we often see from him. Very consistent, very controlled. There's an extreme pace when it comes to F1. Very extremely quick, getting out that slipstream of Murillo, giving the tyres an extra little bit of water to run over and work with. See Murillo managing to brake a tiny bit later there. Just jump into, let me, yeah, there we go. Looks like the gap between ALR and Ryan is forming. Ryan will be very frustrated. We've seen him lead. He got pole. He is the pole sitter for this race. He'll be frustrated with the amount of traffic that's happening. He can just see the front running pack and he can't quite grasp it. It's very disappointing. Unless he can clear out Oliver, who himself will be pushing like crazy, trying to get a taste of that champagne. Obviously very soggy, but I'm sure that's the least of their worries right now. As they come down towards turn 12, single file through here. Looks like everyone's just playing it safe. Everyone's just deciding to bring it home, and honestly, I don't blame them. These wet conditions combined with the closeness of the pack, everyone just wants to cross. Everyone just wants to see the checkered. There's no point in risking a maybe move for the lead when it costs you. You know, there's 25, 23 points up for grabs here. Ryan and Murillo, Dogobs and Murillo breaking away a bit though. They're beginning to see a tiny gap. Obviously Ryan falling back ever so slightly as well. That dirty air not working in his favour. Aiden into 6th. Ryan obviously clearing ALR there. Will Aiden be able to do the same? He's going to jump in the toe. ALR taking it very, very towards the left. Adrian just being a bit braver on the brakes, staying well clear of that apex, keeping it in nice high gear, giving him the traction on exit. ALR getting very, very tail happy, we'll call it. Look at him slide compared to the control. You can see the control between someone like Dogarbs, there we go. You can see the control between someone like him and someone like Alex, who's just sliding everywhere. As we see the Mercedes of Darepol's gone off. Yellow flags as Alex approaches, safely passes, good to see. Unfortunate for Darepol there. Can we see? No, we cannot see his front wing, apparently. That's a big shame, that. He's lost a couple places there. Oh no, his tyres must just be... His tyres are smoking. That is so disappointed for him. Will Murillo be able to mount a lap, an attack in the final few corners? It doesn't look like it. Darepol is just going to have to cling in there, hope for the best. As Ryan gets onto the podium from Riker. Will Riker be able to fight back? We're going to see a last lap battle for the third step on that podium. Riker doesn't look like it. Aiden's a bit too far back to mount an attack, but you never say never. And we are coming round the penultimate corner here. And it's Dogarbs that takes the checkered first. Tiniest of margins though from Murillo, only 4 points, only less than half a second separating them. Riker taking the third step on the podium after Ryan just losing out. So disappointed to see Alex retire. I didn't see what happened there, but Darepol will be going through quite far back. Top 8 then, separated by less than 30 seconds in the rain, commemorating all the drivers here. Obviously doing a fantastic job of keeping the car controlled and maintained throughout this race. Saw so many drop out. We saw 9 drivers lost it as Alex retired from P9, unfortunately for him. Darepol just going to bring it in smoothly here, unless the timer runs out. But yeah, the tiniest of margins, ladies and gentlemen. Less than 30 seconds. That's something you don't see in F1 that often. Just goes to show the thrill league racing can have though, as Darepol drifts around the third to last corner. It has been absolutely thrilling half of the race from my end. Dogarbs there, just trying to bring it right across the line. Good on him for sticking with it. Last lap incident saw him come off, which is very disappointing considering he started can't remember what he started. Alex getting driver of the day. Obviously a lot of positions gained there. Very impressive stuff. I'd like to take this opportunity as Dogarbs comes onto the podium. I'd like to say thanks for watching, thanks for putting up with my voice. This has been my first stream. The first half of the race wasn't that exciting. Second half though was a thrilling sight to see. Well deserved victory from Dogarbs, kept it maintained the whole way through. Murillo grabbing a podium and Riker taking the third step back on the last lap. I've really enjoyed commentating this one, guys. I really do appreciate you sticking around. It means a lot. There is your final standings if you want to get a quick look. But other than that, I've been Tenured Frog, aka the Mean Frog, aka Just Frog, aka Zach, whatever you want to call me. If you do like to join FRL, leave a comment and I will, or me or one of the other admins will sort you out. Thanks for watching, guys. Really do hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.